Hello, and welcome to the Commission on Massage Therapy Accreditation's online training course covering the accreditation standards which went into effect January 2015. These 5 to 10 minute PowerPoint audio presentations will be at the beginning of each module, provide a general overview of the standard. I encourage you to write down any questions which might be generated during the audio presentation for you to look for the answers in the details of the content of each lesson that follows. This first module covers Standard I, Program Approvals, as well as information about the mission and the objectives of the institution. So let's get started. One of the things many people may not know about the accreditation process is that not only are agencies to evaluate programs and schools against accreditation standards, but also in context of the school's mission and objectives. So the Commission collects information about an institution's mission to better understand its purpose and goals. For example, it is important for peer reviewers and commissioners to understand whether an institution's mission is to promote the highest standards of academic rigor in medical massage versus promoting mind-body wellness through the power of touch. Understandably, programs in each of these types of schools would be different, so the COMTA standards are then viewed through this lens. So the institutional mission is no longer a standard which is required to be reviewed, revised like in the past. Instead, the information is collected in the SSR to provide context for the review. The institutional goals and objectives are also collected. Again, not as a required standard anymore, but to evaluate and provide context for the educational program and to understand the curriculum. Please note that if you're applying for programmatic accreditation, we are asking for the institution's mission and goals and objectives through which to better understand the programs being offered and the curriculum. The programmatic objectives will be collected in Standard II. So Standard I, Program Approvals. The purpose is to confirm eligibility for accreditation. All programs must first be state approved. A side note on this is that this is different than approval to legally operate the institution itself, which is covered in Standard 11. We'll talk about the distinctions between the two. So evidence of program approval must be submitted in Standard I. In some states, this approval is through a state education or proprietary education agency. In other states, the approval occurs at the professional licensing board level. In some states, this can be both. So please submit whatever is applicable to your jurisdiction. This standard also notes that during the course of accreditation, any substantive changes to the program must follow the COMTA Policy and Procedure Manual. For programmatic accreditation, the standard also includes the requirement that the program remain in compliance with your institutional accrediting agency in addition to COMTA requirements. And again, for institutional accreditation, Standard I deals with program approvals, not the legal operation of the school. Now, in those cases where this is the same process, these standards may be duplicate, but for many it's a separate process. So Standard 11 deals with the legal operation of the school itself, and Standard I deals with the program approval. This is actually a pretty short standard, pretty straightforward, so we're ready to move on to the actual course lesson now. We recommend that you visit the COMTA website, www.comta.org, and have your copy of the complete accreditation standards as well as the SSR requirements and any related documents. And as you progress through the information, if the questions that have been generated through these presentations have not been answered, COMTA staff is always available for questions and further assistance. Thanks. Let's get started.